Wow. Hmm. Greetings from the Erie Coast. This is Mad Shad. And welcome to Sunday Reflections. Oh, wow. Amazing weekend. Just arriving home today. Weekend. An amazing weekend. I am absolutely tired. Uh, extremely worn out. Let's just say that. Beaten, bruised, broken, and battered. Uh, and I had a great time. Rescue, what's up, brother? How you doing? Yes, Mrs. Metal. So yeah, I rabid skull. Mm, drinking water. So yeah, folks, welcome. Come on in, have a seat, get yourself situated. Uh, Charity is relaxing. I think it was a little rough for her. I don't know. She's getting old. That's all I gotta say. She's getting old. Uh, and so am I. Wolfang, Wolfang, what's up, brother? Got to see Wolfang hang out with him all weekend. He was my next door neighbor in the in the tent city that was Vision Preparedness Bug Out Weekend. Just absolutely great time. Me and Wolfang, we had burgers. We 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 chilled. We played chess. It was a great time. It was a groovy time. Groovy. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. And there's more to come. More to come. So, welcome, folks. Welcome to Lackluster. No, Michigan Outpost. Welcome to Sunday Reflections. Yeah, Rooster, brother Rooster, Charity and Old Shad. That's right. Oh man, had a great time, and so did Charity. Uh, Charity lives up to her name, really does, because she literally gets to shake down everybody for food, and they give it freely. um, I would not worry about Charity not finding a meal anywhere that there's people, because she will work them, and she is such a sweet soul, sweet demanding soul, that she just commands their charity, and th- let's just say I'm glad that we were outside while she was getting all this food. Trent, what's up, brother? Vision preparedness. Really? He's in the house? I haven't seen him in chat yet. Welcome. Welcome indeed, brother. Kiss off. Canagen. Oh, Canagen, man. We would have loved to seen you. SJ Alexander. I'm not seeing these names in chat. That's pretty interesting. Ooh, man. Oh, great time, folks. Great time indeed. Great conversations. Yeah, man. Would have been great to seeing you. Got to hang out with Love and Life. I did shots of hot pickle juice with Is Big Mama, y'all. Coffee first, then speak. Hey, how you doing, sister? Good to see you. Skull. Oh, Dan H. What's up, brother? Got to hang out with Dan H. Uh, Dan H is definitely looking forward to seeing the videos. Yes, indeed. Oh man, it was a great time. Got to meet some amazing people. It's these things. These things are great. Um, Independent Mini United. Hello, hello, sister. Welcome indeed. Shorty, how you doing, sister? Good to see you too, brother. Brother Vision. I'm worn out. I'm so worn out. I am tired of talking, and I probably have some cracked ribs. uh, Prepared Irishman, got to hang out and wrestle with him. Um, yeah, I took me a little nap. I didn't make it to food. I literally curled up in the couch, watched a very extremely cheesy kung fu movie, still with the the Chinese audio, and just boom, passed out. Death Claw Jedi. Death Claw. Oh, we're gonna get to that one, Death Claw. Good to see you, brother. Death Claw Jedi. Before and after refers to what will happen before the crisis and after the crisis during the subversion. Right now, we're in the destabilization, and we know. Oh yes, we know that there is a crisis coming. That's what they're planning. Uh, had food and banana pudding. Oh my god, I haven't had banana pudding in a long time. Tell COO we love her and miss her. Prepper Book Club. Hey, out to eat for the moment. Tell COO we love you and would love to see her, but we understand there's always the next time. And the world is round, folks. The world is round. I remember a South Korean woman told me this. Widow's Diary artist and poet. How are you doing, sister? Good to see you. I'm having to like take a breath and then you know to talk here. I am tired. I am tired of talking. Oh man, it was such a great time. But I tell you what, it was grueling. Didn't take a shower for 4 days. Got to eat some uh, I can't imagine. Oh man, that's a lot of work there, Trent. It is. What's up? What's up, Lane? He's always cussing out his reflection there. Good to see you, brother. Yeah, it was a good time, man. Absolutely good time. Great people, great environment. Like I said, it rained, it got hot, it rained, it was muddy. Everybody, but we endured it. We actually Holly Hunter. Yes, husband's 61st birthday. He is an old fart today. Happy birthday to Holly's husband, number 61, shrimp fried rice pickup. Yes, skull to Holly's husband. Welcome to Sunday Reflections, folks. Find a tick, by the way. I slept. I slept with ants, spiders, ticks, and charity. Nunya, what's up, Jake? Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Yes, welcome to Sunday Reflections, man. Um, and before and after, this was part of the conversations that we had, throughout the thing, and it's these conversations the uncle's mind. What? He said, "Thank you, everyone. Outstanding. Whose aunt? Whose uncle? I don't know what you guys are talking about, but I'm sure it's very very important. Got to see um, Love and Life and hang out with them, and do some judging with them. Got to hang out with. There were so many creators. Big Mama is Big Mama, y'all. My cart runneth over. Got to see the Taj Mahal. Oh, okay. I slept with the ants. Ants. Ants, ticks, spiders, and charity. That's who I was sleeping with, right? So in a little small cramped tent. Now I see the uncle reference. Okay. Meat Puppet, what's up, brother? Yeah. Oh, Meat Puppet. Speaking of Tootsie Rolls, I am in love with freeze dried Tootsie Rolls. Yes, indeed. Astatine85. Y'all know Astatine85 from chat. Sent all this freeze dried food. SJ Alexander. And one of the things was freeze dried Tootsie Rolls. My favorite. Absolutely bar none, hands down. My favorite. Everything we had she sent us freeze dried taffy, freeze dried Jolly Ranchers were extremely good, and of course you have the two-piece hooch. You got the hooch. Oh God, the hooch, the old hooch, shelter halves. Yeah, right. Yeah, it was a great time, folks. Astatine85 sent stuff. KP Heathen donated a whole bunch of hot sauce for the giveaways. I won a bug out bag that I knew I was going to win. It was you should have been there. I literally knew I was winning. I was going to win, and I walked up and said, "That's right." A bit of honey in my freezer. Pennsylvania. Got to hang out with Pennsylvania preparedness. Got to see him. Yes, glad you made it home and stayed safe. Indeed, got to see Pennsylvania. I'm trying to think of who all was there. Uh, so many. Yes, Pennsylvania preparedness was there. Got to hang out with him. Uh, a great guy. A great guy indeed. He uh, he was amazing there. We were good to see him. I'm trying to think of who else was there. That was a kind of Joe. What's up, brother? Anthony, what's going on? I showed him your comments, everyone. He is very happy. Outstanding. Good to hear, Holly. Tiger 454. How are you doing? Woo. Maccabeus, brother Maccabeus. How are you doing? Yeah, come on in the house. Uh, oh man, I'm so tired. So like I said, I didn't even get. I unpacked, found my phone. My phone was packed. Yeah, hanging out with Ghost Lincoln, and Ghost Lincoln, Devil Dog, Sister Marie's Kitchen. Just all these folks, man. Prepared Irishman, Love and Life, My Cart Runneth Over, Pennsylvania Preparedness. Um, of course, Vision Preparedness was there. Little Lone Prepper was there. Love you, sister. Wow. Yes, love you indeed. Yeah, Virginia Bushcrafter. He gave an amazing class, and he's always amazing as always. Eric, what's going on, brother? It these things, and this is my second year. Billy Bird, hey, welcome. This is my second year going to, and this is in Ohio. So, that's right. It's Cinco de Mayo. Woo! Amazing quote from General Emilio Zapata. I'd rather prefer to live on my feet than to continue to die on my knees. Yes. So happy 5th of May. It's amazing that they don't. That's right. Ohio does it six. XNYC OG Prepper brother. He was supposed to show up, and he had an unforeseeable. Oh yeah, well yeah, you did talk about. Okay, so his he had some vehicle issues. Would have loved to see my brother X. I was hoping to see him, but yeah, he did send word, and that's a bummer, dude. But we will be having another one in fall, I believe. So I don't know if I don't know if that's breaking news, but it's amazing. We're gonna do another one in the fall. So another. Am I here before or after? Ooh, Billy Bird, interesting. So yes, yeah. Thank you for keeping me to task, Billy Bird. So, like I said, just an amazing time, absolutely amazing time with everyone there, and thank you all, brothers and sisters. Thank you very, very much. Finding more and more brothers and sisters, and having amazing classes and amazing conversations, amazing fun. It was one of the most. Let's just say that since the Marine Corps. One of the things, thank you, Fish. I didn't mean to blow game or anything for you, but I hope I didn't, step out of turn here. But Pennsylvania prepared. Don't forget us to smash or axe that like button, y'all. Where was I? Yes. So yes, just since the Marine Corps, I have not had conversations like that, where we got to be. I mean, you think no deep conversations? No, it wasn't really deep conversations. It was on the other end of the spectrum. Yeah, it was spectrum. It was more like let's just be childish and have fun, and we did until 3 o'clock in the morning. And it was one of those. I mean, it was one of those things where you would think that everybody was just stoned out of their gourd and giggling, because of some type of drink or some type of smoke. But no, it was just natural. It was just a natural, happy, let's have fun and joke, and we stayed up till literally. I'm telling you, I didn't get a lot of sleep. I don't think a lot of people got a lot of sleep at the bug out weekend. I think I was averaging, 4 to 5 hours, 4 hours, 2 hours. It all depends. Yeah, it was. Oh yes, Hoogie. Hoogie was here. Hoogie was there. Billy is giggling right now. Billy, yeah, Hoogie. Yeah, Hoogie was there with family. Got to see the Hoogie family. Uh, it's spelled Heige, but it's Hoogie. And got to see her and the family there. Got to see Paul Conroy Sr., who, by the way, I must shout him out. He did beat me in chess. He did. I I had an open challenge for everyone to play chess, and Paul beat me after about the fourth or fifth time. Yeah, he was relentless. uh, not long I had to chug some monsters to make it back. Ghost Lincoln, what's up? And I got to play Ghost Lincoln in chess. I got to play Trent in chess. I get to play Wolf Fang in chess. Take my knife. Yes, take my knife. Kicked my ass. Really. I think I cracked a rib, broke a kneecap. I don't know. Hunter, I'm out. Screw this. So yeah, okay. Thank you. Ace, what's going on? Yeah, great time. Just great time. I was playing chess with kids. Coffee, yes. I am off as well, Coffee. So yes, challenge accepted. Or I challenge you, Coffee. Indeed, indeed. It was a great time. It was absolutely a great time. The chess, the chess gets everybody just boom. Let's do this, right? Let's X. Yeah, absolutely, X. The chess was awesome. I heard the same. I heard the same excuse over and over and over again. It's all fun and games. So you break your noodle. Luckily for me, I broke my noodle. Yes, that's right. Because I had the poo noodle knives and it broke after the take my knife. That's a good question, Kenogen. Huh. I don't know. That's a toss up between either Wolf Fang or Prepared Irishman. uh, right. Oh, awesome. Awesome. Rabbit. A glass chess set. Yeah, I mean, great times. Great times. So, yeah. Anyway, before and after. And so this concept came about from the inspiration with a conversation with everyone. Uh, I think it was involving. Yeah, it was involving Little Lone Prepper. Yeah, it's definitely yeah, Ace. That's when it definitely gets personal. Little Lone Prepper, Sister Marie, Trent. We were all standing around, just talking about things, and getting into this. It wasn't the that was no that was the that was this inspired. This was inspired in the morning of this morning actually. So not the fireside chat, which was amazing by the way, and I'm not allowed to talk about it. You're just gonna have to be there. No phones are allowed. And that's when I lost my phone. What's up, Teresa? That's when I lost my phone. I literally packed my phone into the chest box, the chest bag, and put it in a big bag, and there it sat for a day or two. So, and I was so glad actually. Anyway, this conversation was inspired by this topic was kind of inspired by a conversation we were having, and the before and after. We all know that there's a plan to the controlled demolition. You know, yeah, that's what I kept hearing. Vision. I haven't played chess in 30 years. You know, I haven't played chess in 15 years. I haven't played chess since I was 5 years old, and all of those people that said that really really impressed me. Uh, Yeah, well, no cell phones for the fireside chat because no distractions. But I basically the only thing I did ever I had plans to do a live. I brought all the gear that I was going to do a live with, but I said, you know what? No, I'm just going to stay up till 3:30 in the morning, just contemplating questions like how the hell did it get on the ceiling? You know, uh, and why Walter Wilderness is leaving pants here and there. I don't know. I mean, it was crazy. It was a crazy time. Uh, but missed two lives, but it felt great. And we're not about the whole let's make content. My wrench is bigger than y'all's. Yeah, right. And it probably works too, I guess. But before or after, we know that in the controlled demolition. I'm going to ignore chat for a bit now. Controlled demolition of this world, of this way of life as we know it, is that there is going to be a crisis. And this crisis could be something like solar, or it could be something like the power going down, no food, no water, a war, an invasion, a civil war or an invasion or war somewhere else. Uh, and that's going to destabilize things. That's going to add to the destabilize, and create the crisis. So is the crisis the worst thing, or is the what before? Is it before the crisis, or after the crisis, which is worse? They've always said that the anticipation of death is worse than death itself, or the anticipation of something. What's up, Teresa? The anticipation of a fight is usually worse than a fight itself. The anxiety, the fear that comes from something, and even especially if you're trying to intimidate, which is a well-known tactic to intimidate. Maccabeus has wrench envy with Billy Bird. Mm, wow. Uh, and we know that there's going Virginia Roots. How you doing, sister? Right. So we know that something is going to happen. We know that's in their plan. A civil war, an invasion, paired with a famine, a blackout, things of that nature to create this crisis. And we know that there's been there's a lot of intimidation that's been adding to the anxiety and fear, shock and humiliation, uh, and that's oh yeah, the bacon feast, the bacon fest. Uh, that's right. Bacon can literally telekinesis. Bacon here we go. Bacon can literally yeet its way out of a frying pan. That we found this out, people. It is true. Yeah. We cooked 7 pounds of bacon and ingested it. We were baconated to the point of no return. It was a great time. Yes, we. I brought 2 pounds of bacon. And so everybody else had a pound of bacon here, a pound of bacon there, and then of course, Trent had his pounds of bacon. But come on, hey, all right, let me keep the task here. Uh, the crisis is the anticipation. Yes, indeed, there were Kennedy. There we had farting contest, and I think Charity won because she ate all the food. Right, Pin. I'm having such a good time already with the memories that we made at this bug out weekend, and the amazing times that I'm trying to be somber for this topic. Uh, that's horrible. You could eat a lot more. It's a serious thing, right? So, what is better? What is worse, the before or the after? Because we know after the crisis, they want to take control. That's it. After the crisis, that's when they start to take control. That's it, Hunter. I mean, really, that is the key to being a professional prepper is chess and bacon. Yeah, absolutely. Uh, and like this is a family a family friendly event. Kids are welcome. Kids had a great time. I met some amazing kids. Uh, yeah, I mean I met amazing kids. I don't get to say that, walking around in my waking hours here in Cleveland. You know what I mean? When you're out there farting and making dad jokes, as corny as you can because kids are present. It has a profound effect on you, and so amazing kids. Just absolutely amazing kids. All right, take care of yourself, Eric. They were asking questions. They were taking notes. So shout out to you, you bug out kids. Great time, absolutely great time. Yes, and to the little girl that did not get her s'mores and didn't and wasn't able to make s'mores. I wish I wish I could have helped you. I really do. Yeah, I gonna have to talk about that one. Yeah, but yes, to the girl that wasn't able to make her s'mores because it was supposed to be a group event. Didn't happen, and I'm bummed for her being bummed. It was so anyway. We know that this crisis thing it is to destabilize us to the point where we're in crisis, and then after crisis comes normalization, which means we lose. Uh, Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, Hunter, derailing the chat again. So, honest question: if the shift this weekend, do you believe everyone that was there would be able to contribute to survive? Indeed, indeed, indeed. I wholeheartedly, absolutely, yes. Yes, indeed. The answer to your questions. Uh, uh, John, wow, really? That's great, man. That's great. It's also very important to let kids be kids. It really is. Yeah, make them work. Get them on this regiment where they have to do things. They got to do the things. But you know what? It's also very very important to allow them to be kids because that's where the real learning. Oddly enough, you can teach them all you want, but the real learning that kids do is on their own or together as kids. They learn conflict resolution. They learn wits. They learn humor. They learn intelligence. They developed and grow, and they need that unstructured environment to go run and play in the mud and lose knives. Yes, this happened. And go. Uh-oh, we got to find that. Be totally irresponsible and have fun and play in the mud. It's you got to let kids be kids. And like I said, you got to guard their innocence. Guard their innocence. Um, so, yeah. Anyway, that's not a yeah, accepting crisis for what it is just a form of surrender. You fight back and claw back, and should be normal by teaching and learning, and learn yourself is a much better solution. Yeah, I like that. Great, great, great comment, Devil Dog or Deaf Claw, Devil Dog, Deaf Claw, Deaf Claw. Yes, yes. And so, where are we at right now? Right before the crisis. Oh, all right, fine. You guys love derailing me. And yes, chocolate milk for the win. Uh, duct tape is silver. Silver. Silence is golden, but duct tape is silver. That's right. Uh, you're a good man, Maccabeus. Uh, damn it. This was given to me by another Linda who passed away in my life before coming here to Cleveland. But yes. Oh no, I almost forgot. Every day, never forget. So yeah, I'm gonna have to make that right after this video. Wow, duct tape is black. Uh, But okay, so before the anticipation of the crisis leads you whip up the fear, the humiliation, all those things, and you cast doubt into their minds, and nobody knows what's going on. The fog of war, that kind of thing, and Ace, um, it's got to be negated. It's got to be, got to be negated. Uh, this this thing that we're facing, the destabilization, then the crisis. It's that's where they still don't know if they're going to win because the people have not done anything. One of the most creepiest things that I've ever seen is 100 people just standing there in front of you, saying nothing, not moving. KP Heathen, Skull. Billy Bird. um, One of the most creepiest things is just somebody standing there because you don't know what they're going to do. You don't know their intentions. The intentions are hidden. Sun Tzu, The Art of War. Deception is the queen of battle. The king of battle, whatever, king, queen of battle. Sorry, I'm in chess mode, so the queen is a bad bitch. The queen is a bad bitch in chess, right? So, deception is everything. Did I find another tick? I found a tick on me, by the way, right here, right fucking here. And masking your intentions, masking your firepower. So that's what a lot of people, especially in the United States, are doing. Just not commenting, not engaging, not. There's no barometer if for the enemy to gauge and see and predict a reaction. If I am if I'm intimidating an opponent to the point where they're shaking and they're like they're crying, and they're looking away and they turn their back, they try to run. I know that I've already won before I've even hit them. But if someone's standing there before I'm getting ready to fight them, and they just stand there and stoically stare at me, I'm thinking, what kind of stone cold killer am I facing? Who did I just pick a fight with? You know what I'm saying? Who am I about to get my ass kicked by? That itself is an extreme form of intimidation. The stoic response. Widow's Diary, what's up, sister? Chat just jumped, by the way, like extremely quick. Boom. So that's what they are facing. The enemy, the EOs, the Elite Cotis, the NWO, if you will, whatever they call them, fuck themselves. What do they fucking call themselves? I don't know. I don't really care. It's evil. It's tyranny. I don't like it. And a lot of people don't like it. And a lot of people are just like, no comment. No comment. Hooga! What's up? What's up? Hooga! Hooga! What's up? What's up, Hooga family? I hope you're doing well. Yes, good to see you. Bug Out Adventures in here. What's up, Bug Out? So that's what thank you, Hooga. Thank you as well. So that's what the enemy, that's what evil is facing. That's why evil does this fifth generational warfare. That's why they come at you backwards, sideways. Be quiet and carry a bigger stick. Yeah. That's why they're cowards, because we are a very stoic people. And, it takes a once you start poking the bear can only take so much before the bear attacks and devours you. And right now, we the people are that bear that keeps getting poked. Cha cha, sister cha cha. Fear the man with his back to the wall and his eyes on the door. Mm. Yeah, there's so many people just sitting back in the cut. I like to say sitting in the cut. They're just sitting back in the crowd, or they're in the corner, dark corner somewhere, and they're just chilling, watching everything, assessing all the situations, profiling everyone, seeing who's the bigger threat, who's not a threat, who sizing people up, judging them. Can that guy take me? Or can I take that one easily? Can I take that one? What's it going to take to, like General Mathis said, which I really, I interesting person. He said always have a plan to kill everyone in the room. Campbell Carl, what's going on, brother? Good to see you. But anyway, I digress. They really don't know what our intentions are. They got a pretty good idea, though. Pretty good idea. And that's what they're trying to do in this chess game that they're playing with us. And they are a very well versed and experienced chess player against a very unorthodox player and orthodox player. So if you're playing if you're in chess, if you're playing a person that really doesn't know how to play, well, it does, but doesn't know tactics, doesn't know strategy, doesn't know the orthodox way of playing chess, and they're just coming at you unorthodox. You don't know what to expect. You don't know how to gauge. You can't go, I'm going to go 13 moves ahead and beat this guy. Or I'm going to put this out here, he's going to react this way, and then I'm going to react this way. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that. So Sun Tzu again, someone who masters orthodox and orthodox is as innumerable as the stars in the heavens, and is hard to predict what can happen when facing an opponent such as that. Cha-cha, really? Just all over the place? I do it on purpose, just to confuse them. Like I said, deception is the queen of battle, So, NY Debs, crazy chess tactics. Yes, indeed. And chess is a game of strategy and tactics. You have to play both sides of the chessboard. That's right, right? Guerrilla warfare is something to be said. Yes, indeed. Can't confuse me. I have no strategy, which makes you extremely dangerous, Coffee. So you have to understand that that's why intelligence is very, very important before a battle and during a battle. Before, during, and after a battle with your enemy, because you start to get a MacGruder's principle. I don't know the name, but yeah, cool. MacGruder's. Could you drop that, Maccabeus? If you could drop that in the comment section of this, that'd be awesome, so I can look it up and learn more about it. This MacGruder. A slip of a nip. That's confused my strategy. Yep. So from this well experienced tyrannical fly by seat in my pants. This tyrannical regime who has been studying us for a very, very, very long time, and thinks that they know what we're going to do, knows how we think, know how we feel. They want to know these things so that they can predict how and why and what will work. All those things: who, what, when, where, why, how often. Intelligence and What are we facing? A lot of intelligence gathering upon us. Everything from your spending habits, what you're buying, what you're eating, what you're listening to, what you're watching on your Netflix, your Truth, your Instagram, all these things, Facebook. The AI algorithms are are just boom, 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 boom. They're working overtime trying to build a a a a picture of what and who you are, and being predictable, being able to predict how you will react in a situation. And so right now, they don't know. They don't know. They're kind of going. I'm very sleepy, Trent. Very, very sleepy. I am going to eat something, and then I'm probably going to pass out after this. No, I have to make a everyday never forget video, so I don't forget. Right? Yes. So that's where we are right now, folks. In this before and after, and there's only uh, there's only a few will if you're not prepared to live like a hunted animal, you're not prepared at all. Billy Bird. Interesting. Uh, if you could, Rabbit, if you could drop that in the comment section, not the live chat, in the comment section of this video, that'd be great so I can see it. I won't be able to see your chat. Right now, I won't be able to see your live chat when this live stream is over. I won't be able to see it for at least 2 or 3 days, and I'll probably forget to go back into live chat and check all this out. But if you leave it in the comment section, like every other video, boom, it comes up. I get a notification. I can go right to it and look at it. Thank you very much. And I learned this from Captain Crappy. Yes, Captain Crappy. Oi, oi, oi. We said that a few times at the bug out. So if you can find out what your opponent, the way he thinks, the way he feels, the way he works, the way that he reacts, you can build and predict, and that's yeet. Bacon got yeeted. Then they can predict. They can predict and lead you to your defeat. Another. I know I'm getting all very cliche. Those who are willing to die for their country can be easily led to it. Led to their deaths. I think that's a dig against in Afghanistan and in Iraq wars, the war on terror. All right. Those who are willing to die. Oh, those who are willing to die for their cause can be easily led to their demise. Right. And especially if they're distracted, if they're angry. So that's another thing is being able to not be affected by anger, and act in a way that you will be emotional, and make a wrong decision or be predictable, right? So it's good to be of a very sound mind during these situations where MacGruber was a Confederate general. Love and life. What's up? What's up? How are y'all doing? Good to see you. Let's see. Jump in and say hi to everyone. We're exhausted and passing out soon. I'm here having trouble. I have to catch my breath. I'm like, had a great time. Good to see you, Love and Life. It was great to hang out with y'all. Great times. Yes, they did actually, Kenogen. There was some perch, some bluegill, and some crappie that got caught. Not in the lake there. Yeah, in the lake there, and in another lake. There was some trout fishing going on too. They were going for trout, but yeah, there was some fish being caught, small ones, but they did catch some fish. Too many bong hits. No, none of that. But if you can predict your enemy and their movements, that that's been the clandestine uh, survival tactics number one is never choose a side. That might work for you, Billy Bird. But there are those that oh yeah, definitely in my depths, and uh, but you gotta. For me, I gotta be on the side of good, and I have to. I have to support and defend. Uh, that's just the way it is, and I can't see myself, like I said, being this 5th of May, the cardio, right? Being this 5th of May, General Emilio Zapata, I'd rather prefer to live on die on my feet than to continue to live on my knees. Happy Cinco de Mayo, Skull, as I drink this water. And at the Metro Parks that we were at, you didn't license was not required to fish. Uh, you can just come on the park. It's a park, right? Ohio Parks systems. A license is not required to fish. You just show up and fish. Yeah. uh, interesting historical fact that we found out about the area that we were at is that back in the 1920s, this is where our forefathers rode bikes through the wilderness at very very high speeds. Yeah, I mean that's what it's a nice, lush, beautiful scenery, trees, rolling hills. Uh, oh, thank you, Virginia Brooks. We'll get back to that. The Billy Bird thing. You know, yeah. Beautiful place. Wild and beautiful. And these dangerous uh, these enjoyers of dangerous freedom in Ohio, your fathers, your grandfathers, your great grandfathers, I don't know, going 1927, rode motorbikes through the wilderness, just having a grand old time. Just bikers, crazy bikers, going through some wild country and having a good time. And they built stoneworks. It was crazy. A lot of interesting history of the area. But yes, that's right. If you don't stand for something, you will fall for anything. And that's isn't that the truth? No, never pick a side. If you're a lone wolf, that's a great idea. Go from one side to the next, right? Whatever, But yes, NY Debs, that's right, absolutely. But I don't care about who's going to win. I want my side to win. Blackbird, how are you doing, sister? Good to see you. Good to see you. Uh, Coffee is a Goomba from a strong island. You're still breathing. You can do something. Yeah, right. You can do something. So I understand where you're coming from, Billy Bird. Not what I'm going to do. Definitely not my plan. Going forward into the crisis. Going forward, only half a Goomba. I still don't know what a Goomba is. What's a Goomba? I don't understand. Okay. Anyway, please tell me in passe, what a Goomba is. I don't know. But having a side, this is the time now to gather your people, gather your tribes. An Italian, okay. Okay. Yeah, right. Gather your people, gather your tribes, and then it's An idiot is a goofball. Okay. Gather your people, gather your tribes, and then network those people and tribes. Ghost Lincoln, the night that walked the board. That's right. That's right. Uh, it's not going to be one side against the other side, and one huge army against another huge army. It's a million little armies against one big army. Boom. What's up, Bob? How you doing, Bob? Good to see you. Hope things are well. So that's how it works, folks. Uh, okay, I've heard this, Guido. I've heard Guido. Yep. I've heard Goomba, but I never knew what it was. Uh, but that's what's happening here. We got this. Hutch always says what? What do you say? I don't know. But that's what's happening right now. Is we're at this. We're in the destabilization process of subversion. So you have subversion. There are four things in subversion: demoralization, destabilization, crisis, and then normalization or victory for them. The final solution. So before we go into crisis, we got to get we got to get destabilized. That's their goal. That's what they're working for. You know, and they don't know. They don't know how we're actually going to react and what happens during the crisis. Do they win or do we win? See, that's the thing, because Guido the killer pimp. That's right. Got to keep your pimp hand strong. Keep it strong. That's right. Uh, I lost my train of thought. Got to keep your pimp hand strong. uh, where was I? We're pleased. Not micro offended by anything. We win no other way. So who wins? Nobody knows. Nobody really knows. That's why the intelligence gathering is so important to them. Yeah, thank you, Cha Cha. Yes, because that's the only way it's going to go here. Do we win or do we submit? Do we submit to the tyranny and we move from the crisis to the normalization? You know? No, Blackbird. I did not lose my mind. I gave it away. Here you go. Take this. Uh, take this. I'm not going to need this where I'm going. I gave it away. I didn't lose my mind. I didn't lose my mind. To lose your mind, you got to free your mind, right? So, put those shorts on you. Oh no, 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 no. Will be none of that. Wolfang. Uh, yeah, yeah. What happens? I don't know, and you don't know either. But neither do they. Neither do they. Neither does the tyrannical regime, the worldwide tyrannical regime. Uh, it's as if all the supervillains of all, of all the movies that had supervillains from 007 to Doctor Evil, you know, and Billy, you can make that claim. That's fine, but I don't know. I don't really know. Neither do they. Neither do they. It's a gamble. Anytime you engage in this war, it's you better have some skill, you better have some resolve, some endurance, some true grit, or you might just need luck. There are instances where luck was on their side. You know, think of this in 1775 when when a worldwide power, the United Kingdom of the world, under the British flag, that had the whole world at its disposal in its resources, and highly trained, more technologically advanced, could field huge massive armies. They were taken down. They were beaten by a bunch of farm boys with muskets. Some veterans from their tyrannical regime. You know, these people, they were just people with just little or no experience saying, "Screw you, big, you know, world thing. We're gonna go after you." You know, yeah, guerrilla warfare. I mean, there's so many ways and means to it, right? So, but and it comes down to, you know, who wants it more, and what are you willing to do for it? What are you not willing to do for it? So there you go. There you go. I mean, and that's what happened back in 1775. What makes this day any different? What makes this time any different? That's my point. You know, they do not know, nor do we. But we do have a history of defiance in this country. So, your thoughts, if you will. Mhm. If you have a job, your family, a house, any property, you will be what the government says, or else will be losing it. Hunkering down is isolation will only prolong the inevitable. Sorry to say, you're spot on there, Hunter. Uh, my dad's side is Cherokee Choctaw. Okay, you're no match for the world powers combined to rule the world. America is one of the countries. They really do want it, and you know, you do make a point, Billy Bird. You do really make a point. They have already gained control of the government, the financial system. They have gained control of all aspects of the governing force of the world. They can manipulate food, water, even arguably weather. They can manipulate countries against each other to the point where there's mutual assured destruction. Mad, I tell you, mad. So you got a point there, Billy. But there's that wild card factor, that human factor, the orthodox versus unorthodox. Who wants it more? You know, and maybe we want to go back to just a mild form of their control. So I don't know. Ed and the French Navy. That's how my answers got a free ride, and lazy bastards didn't catch the boat back. Damn, really interesting. And please don't say come and take them, because that is just stupid. You're not tougher than corrupt government. Well, Hunter, I would refer you to Sri Lanka right now, or no, Myanmar. I would refer you to Myanmar. I would refer you to a lot of different places where the people were like, "I'm done. We're done with this crap, and we're taking you on. We're not going to play your games." You know, and that's what it is. You know, there is hope. There is hope. There has to be hope. And if you don't have hope, then you have despair, and that's not how you're going to win. And that's no way to live. If do I want to live in hope? Because I know that my brothers and sisters and patriots of this world, of this country, of this world, are going to stand with me you know, and stand with us all. We're all going to stand together, or am I just going to live in despair because everybody is I'm just like, oh, why? What's the use? What's the use in fighting? Nah, 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 nah. You're a pussy. You're a fucking pussy. You're whipped already, and fuck you. I mean, I'm being dead fucking serious right now. You've pissed me off. And the reason why you've pissed me off, and I don't mean to do this, but this mentality that I hear this all the time. I'm just gonna give up. I'm just gonna fucking die. Well, fucking die. Get the fuck out of the way. Who fucking needs you? Seriously, why the fuck are you still alive? If you're not willing to fight, if you're not willing to stand with your brothers and sisters of the world, my race is the human race. We have been divided and conquered and despaired to the point where we're ready to fucking quit. Fuck that. And fuck you. Welcome to Sunday Reflections. Before and after. If you're just going to stand there and let them take over, you're no better than them. You're no better than the tyranny that we're trying to fight. So fuck that. Cease that shit. Cease that bullshit. Cease that fucking bullshit right now. That's right. Fuck that shit. That shit pisses me off. You're a human being. A very, very powerful being. More powerful than any kind of corrupt government. Anything they can throw at us. Yet you're willing to give up? You're willing to let them win? That means you're helping them. I'm not even reading chat right now. Fuck chat. Touched a nerve, and I like it. Touched alert, and I like it. And I do apologize if I've offended you. Well, maybe you needed to be fucking offended. Give up, fine. Go ahead. Get out of the fucking way. We're coming through. We're going to stand together. Shoulder to shoulder. Millions, billions strong. And if you're going to give up, you're part of the problem. So yes, pick a side. Will you give up? Will you live in despair? Doom, despair, and agony on me? Hardship and heartache, pain and misery? Is that your life? Is that what you fucking want? And is that what you want to tell everyone? Why fight? Why bother? Just give in. Fuck you. I'm gonna fight. And I'm gonna encourage others to do the same. Are you still with me, folks? I'm going through chat right now. emotional damage. Welcome to a mad Sunday Reflections. Reading the chats and comments here. Billy Bird. Live like a hunted animal? No. No. I am an apex predator. See, that's the thing. I am not a hunted animal. None of you are. I am not being chased. I am not being hunted. I am the hunter. Always have been. And so are you. That's what they fear. That's indeed what they fear. If you desire to live free. Being chased like a hunted animal, always on the run, always being manipulated. That's no way to live free. You know, I don't see that. I don't see that at all. Some random dude, what's going on? So yeah, folks, there. And what's up, Devil Dog Prepper? Yeah, hey, thank you, Billy Bird. Thank you. You really hit that. You really hit that core. You really hit that. The champ is here. All right. Did you get your tampon change? Feel better now, Hunter? Are you offended, Hunter? Really? Okay. Well, maybe you need to be offended. Yeah. Never give up, never get in. That's probably true. But you know what? That's part of it. Starve yourself. Put yourself in an uncomfortable place. Right? See, that's the fire that you gotta have. You gotta, and you all have it. And that's what they're afraid of. Tyranny requires compliance. That's all it needs to succeed. So if you give up, you give in. Wash their sand out of their pussy. You guys are funny. Yeah. Not yet. You will know when you're being hunted. Are you hunting me, Billy Bird? I'm liking Billy Bird. Hey, that's cool. Yeah, predators or prey. That's your choice. I mean, seriously. Catching up in chat. Death is literally freedom is a resistance. Yeah. Glad Billy Bird. Glad I could help. Yeah. So okay. All right. Getting back here. And sure. What is did I allow that? Of course I do. That is always there. Always there. That fire, that spark, that hell no, fuck you. Thumbs down, fuck you. That's where that comes from. Thumbs down, fuck you. It's not because I've got sand in my clit. I got sand in my pussy. I'm being a little bitch. No! Quite the contrary. I would not be your bitch. I would not be a hunted animal. No. Why? There's no way to live. No way to live at all. And if that's the worst there is, then fine. Okay, Billy, that's Billy, is a banjo involved in this fantasy? Oh no. Actually, me naked in the woods, you're not hunting me. I assure you of that. You might want to run. But we have that inside you. I like this. What is this? Caveman didn't eat tofu and Jesus didn't eat lettuce. uh, oh, Virginia. Yes. S more. What's up, sister? Gotta have that fire. You can't allow that that defeatism to creep into your lives, and you can't allow defeatism to spread. That's not my message at all, if you haven't noticed. All right, take care of yourself. Some random dude. Good to see you, brother. I'm not tough. I can't beat up a smartphone. Yeah, I see that Hunter is butthurt. Yeah, so that's okay. I've been known to do this. I've been known to do whatever. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. If you're offended, you need to be offended. You need to get mad. You need to get fired up. Right, that's right. That's right, KP Heathen. Fish sandwiches and drank wine. That's right. And he encouraged people to buy swords. You know, Jesus incited a rebellion. Okay? He wasn't there to say, woe is me, might as well be doom and despair because another world power says that they're in control. And that world power was the Roman Empire. Jesus didn't say, go ahead and give up. You might as well live as a hunted animal. You might as well just give in. You're not going to beat them. History. They did. The Hebrews beat the Romans. They did. They kicked them out. So Christians, think about that. Think about the actual history, not what was written in the book. Yes, read that, but look at the history. Listen, look in the context of what was going on that time in Jesus' time. He incited a people that had been conquered. Now they fought. The Hebrews, when the Hebrews and the Romans fought in Jerusalem, it was the worst battle, it was the worst fighting that the Romans had ever faced. And they still defeated the Hebrews. But then they just kept coming and coming. They didn't quietly go into the night. They didn't accept their defeat. Are you going to accept your defeat? Live in despair? Go ahead. Are you going to preach despair? That's what pissed me off. Preaching the doom and despair. Who cares? Go with it. I don't agree with that. Now, is that a tactic or a strategy in winning the battle? Sure, you can go gray man, or you're going to do some clandestine spying, intelligence gathering against for the resistance or whatever it is. Sure, why not? Fuck defeat. Carry on. Don't live in fear. I like my feet. Thank you. That was great. You did know this is the rantings and ravings of a madman. But if history has shown us that those who give up, those who give in, right, NY devs, right? You don't hear about them. Jesus was a rebel. Jesus walked onto the scene and shook everything up and defeated the Romans, defeated the Vikings. I mean, 700, 800 years after his death, he defeated a lot of nations, a lot of tyranny. And he didn't give up. He didn't live like a hunted animal, even though he was being hunted. But at some point, he said, "Here I am. Come get me. Come on." Jesus, who oh man, right. Hunter, don't please. I can lose my shit and still I can lose my shit and we'll still be friends. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of those people. We'll have a fist fight and then drink beer later. I'm not gonna hate you forever. Right. Uh, right on, right on. Jesus didn't need keys. Stop the butthurt, man. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I didn't expect this. But hey, I don't expect anything. That's the great thing of it. You know, so, uh, and did I allow this to happen? Yeah, absolutely. I allowed myself to go there. I allowed you to take me down that road. You didn't expect it. You did not expect me to go off. Yeah. You're gonna have to go back just a little bit, from where you went off, where you came in there, Double Dog. Uh, I'm here. What do you think I'm going to behave? No, it's fine. And I love that. I love chat because chat inspired me. You know, it does. I get inspired by that, and that emotional outburst, that spark that I just that fire that I just allowed to come out of me. I allowed that to happen. Before that, I was nice and stoic. As more. Before that, I was having exactly Cha-Cha. Right? That's me. King of the Orthodox and Unorthodox. But where is your fire? Where's your anger? Are you just going to allow them to win? I mean, I'm one of those people that, and I think a lot of other people were brought up this way too, is that even though odds are against you, you have to fight. You have to fight. Fight the good fight, even if you're going to lose. But how do you know you're going to lose? Who knows? Maybe your mentality is like, I'm going to fight you, and I'm going to continue to fight you to my last breath. And when I die, you're going to remember me for the rest of your life. Hell, you'll have the scars. And that's what they're afraid of. They want you to be in that hopelessness, to live in the despair. They want you to be in that place, to live your life like a hunted animal. Always on the run. Always one step ahead. And they're laughing the whole way. That's right. Leave marks, right, Rooster? Yeah, right. Don't go run into the camps for safety. Just get a shower. Organic vapor gas. Good night. If you have children, grandchildren, are you just going to give up? You're just going to let them... Sorry, mommy and... Nah, Ghost Lincoln. Sorry, mommy and daddy are just giving up now. Grandma and grandpa are just going to give up now. All those lessons that you taught your kids, null and void, because you're living in hope and despair. See, it's bigger picture. It's a bigger fucking picture. I'm not afraid to offend you. Not afraid of it. I just choose not to. And if you're easily offended, like I said, maybe you need to be offended. Oh, thank you, KP Heathen. I'm starving. I am starving. I did some snacking, but yeah, I am starving. And then after I eat, after this video, I make an everyday never forget. And then I'm gonna feast on some food. Then I'm gonna pass the fuck out again. I did take a nap though. That's right. You are never alone, ever. Right, Rooster? Right, brother? You're never alone. They want you to feel like you're alone. Ooh, Ghost Lincoln chili mac and bacon dinner. Ooh, Camel Carl, cherry pie. Right on, Bob. Right on. And if you think you're smart enough to outrun them, they've got you on the run. They've already initiated. Once again, we'll go back to chess. Black side, white side. White always moves first. The black side is always at a disadvantage because they move second. You're already at a disadvantage while on the run. I don't, Hunter. You're gonna have to come to that door. Fried steak cooked in a cast iron pot with mixed peppers and onions. Ooh, wow. Woo, man, KP Heathen. I'm thawing out chicken right now, and I've got onions, and of course I got your badass seasonings and hot sauces that you sent me. I want to try out the mad Cajun thing that you sent me. With broccoli. Shenanigans. Right, Camel Carl? Yeah, I mean, me too. Me too. That was me growing up as a kid. You have to get out there and get hunted to understand that being hunted is no fun. Not the way to win. Yeah, you can escape probably. But what does that do to you? Now, if it's something that you did, you stole something, or you shagged the sheriff's daughter or something. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, that's kind of like on your own. It's kind of your doing. Chicken won the bug out cook off. Yes, folks. So okay. Yeah. So we did have the bushcraft hiking cook off challenge, and it was the champ is here. Let's just say that the champ is here. It was a great time. Bullying builds character. That's a fact. Bullying builds character. That's part of the intimidation. That in tactics of intimidation. Being bullied. That builds a lot of character. Well, I didn't like your point, Hunter. Most people have too much to lose unless everything falls apart. The revolt will never happen. Right. Well, that's if that's how you feel, Hunter. No, I can't go there. And yes, you're right. You do make a point. That there is so much more. Props are dangerous, like I said. What are you willing to do? What are you not willing to do? You know? If you get a letter saying 24 hours, you got to turn in all you got to turn in all your guns or else. Really? I mean, can you imagine what's going to happen? First and foremost, I'm probably going to do a live stream about it and go, "Hey, I got 24 hours to turn in my guns." I don't know what happens after 24 hours. Maybe they just made a threat and said, "Hey, turn in your guns, 24 hours, do it now." And they weren't going to do anything at all. And after the 25th hour, no knock at the door, no warrant, no flashy bang thingies. They were just fucking with me. They were just going to see if I'd do it. They're just going to see if I would comply. And I don't. And now I've raised the alarm, and now everyone's non-compliant. See how that works? So I mean, that's how I look at it. That's a poke of the bear that they don't want. It's the slow burn they wish. I was willing to lose my job. Okay. Right. There you go. I will not leave until we will not leave until we are burned out. Damn, Bob. I ain't turning shit in. There you go. See, making contingency plans. I'm not getting it. DJ. Hello, Shad. I want to say I hope everyone finds humor any and anywhere they can. You can in this World Laughter Day. What? Really? It's World Laughter Day. Does the rest of the world does the rest of the world aware of this? I don't know. What guns? Damn boating accident, right? I have a message for you. Okay, I have to check that out later. Coffee. But yeah, we shan't underestimate the true spirit of the Wild West, Bob. Right? You know? That's how they can confiscate guns. They won't go door to door. Well, you know, they already tried that, Hunter. In a lot of states, you know, that where the 2A is not king, they said, hey, you need to go ahead and register your guns or else. Less than 1% registered their guns. Out of a possible, I mean, where was it? Where was it they tried this shit? Out of a possible, you know, millions of gun owners in a state, and I'm keeping it vague. You can say so in chat if you know these states that did this. Less than 1% complied. What kind of message does that send to the authority? I mean, it was more like a, yeah, right. You know, that's like little Cartman going, respect my authority. Whatever. Okay. Fuck you. You know, that's where we are. That's where you, Kentucky survival. Oh God, coffee. Wow. Okay. It appears that the Joel saga continues. That's going to be interesting. I don't know. Maybe. I'm going to allow him to contact me to begin all this. Once I have contact information, then we'll do a live together. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. Non-compliance. Yeah, what's after non-compliance? Well, usually it stopped it in its tracks. Or they push harder. And then we push harder. I mean, what do you think happens? What do you think happens? Look at history. I don't know what's going to happen. Do you know what's going to happen? No, you don't. You didn't know I was going to lose my fucking shit, did you? No, you had no clue. You just found my trigger at that moment, at that time. And I was having a nice day. I was getting into this whole before, after, before and after. And now what happens after? What happens after they require your compliance, yet they don't receive any compliance? Now they have to go back and reassess why and what they're facing. They're facing a non-compliant society, a non-compliant people. Got a hunting license? Then you have guns. Okay. He is in on Friday. Well, he hasn't contacted me. I've received no emails. I've received no contact information. I don't know. I don't know. And you know, it's not. I'm not going to comply with him if he says, "Hey, here I am, last minute, lackluster Fridays. Let's go." No, dude. I made plans already. You should have. You've had 2 weeks. You've had 2 weeks to get your shit fixed. Could have did it that night. He had 2 days that I knew that he knew. I knew that he knew that I knew, and I also knew. So, whatever. That's on him, and we'll see. If he wants to create his own channel and have me on his live, then it's his schedule. I will do my scheduling accordingly, and you're just gonna have to live with it. It's my decision. And okay, you can hide your guns, but as soon as you use them, you will be arrested. No, not necessarily. I don't understand this. Non-compliance means non-compliance. Maybe you're not understanding what I'm saying. When it gets to that point where you have to hide your guns, it's a lot worse than getting arrested, fearing an arrest. That just tells you right there that you're already in doom and despair, and you need to go ahead and run. Go ahead and give up your guns. Go ahead and run. Go ahead and drop your pants, and take it up the ass. I love you folks in the North. I love you folks in these states that don't allow more than 10 round magazines, that once you use a gun for personal safety and protection, you get arrested and sent to prison, and what does that do? Think about what it does. It creates destabilization. The criminal element has more rights than you. All they got to do is get a switch. They're not following the laws. So why should you? Seriously, if somebody in New York City, and for some strange reason, whatever reason, I'm carrying a gun. This is hypothetically speaking, of course. A gun is on my person because I didn't want to give it up. I didn't want to comply with the state laws. Or whatever. Maybe you did. Maybe you did comply. Let's go with this scenario, right? You live in one of these states where they don't allow you to use a gun for personal safety or protection. Yet they allow you to jump through all the fucking hoops, pay all the fines, fees, and penalties, and take all the classes and courses. Boom! You've jumped through their fucking flaming hoops of fire. You get to carry a gun, but there's stipulations on your fucking using it. So now, this fucking douchebag of a fucking chomo gets in your face. He's got a ski mat, a balaclava on it, and he's got a Glock with a switch on it, which means he's got a 40, and he's got Snicker bars. So he's got like 30 round magazine on it. All he's got to do is pull the trigger, and your shit you're getting shit on by fully automatic 9 mil fire at close range. Yet you've did all the things and you have 10 rounds because that you're in compliance. You have 10 rounds of compliance that you can't fucking use. How the fuck does that make sense? And you're still going to live there and carry a gun? That makes no fucking sense. And if you do say, make that bad decision and pull out your piece, 10 rounds of compliance, and pop him before he gets his 30 rounds of fully automatic 9 mil, totally illegal, totally non-compliant gun, and you get the drop on him. Now you're facing prison? You're going to be arrested? How the fuck does that make sense? Why the fuck would you do that? Why the fuck would you stay in that situation? Get out of those states, people. Just fuck them. Fuck them. They are creating enclaves of compliance. And we like to do the right thing. That's where that kind of thinking right there, where you have to fear being arrested if you do the right thing. What if your kids were with you? What if you just got out of a basketball game and you've got your daughter who's 12 years old and she just played the winning game in her basketball team? You've got your little son with you and he's holding your hand. And your wife is holding his hand. And you're walking down the street out of the basketball game into the parking lot with hundreds of, maybe thousands of people from your school, whatever. And this shithead comes out of nowhere and sticks a freaking non-compliant, fully automatic, more than 10 round gun in your fucking face and says, give me all your fucking money or you die. Okay. I know what you New Yorkers would say. Just give him the money. Compliance. You are complying with tyranny. Right off the bat, you're complying. Is that smart? No, it's not smart. But is it? Yes, it is. You're going to allow yourself to be a bitch? And yeah, I'm getting raw here. And it's for a reason. Are you going to teach your children that it's better to comply against tyranny and give them what they want? Or is it more important to stand and fight? Which is better? Or say Billy Bird. Oh, I'm being hunted. Time to run away. Are you going to run away and leave your wife and kids at the mercy of this non-compliant psychopathic killer? Tyrannical? Just so happens to be a criminal? With a non-compliant, more than a non-compliant gun? He didn't follow any laws. He didn't do the right thing. He literally got in your face with a fully automatic weapon in more than 10 rounds, as is required in the place that you live. This Sunday Reflections has evolved. Why the fuck would you allow that? Why the fuck would you make that decision? And I've heard these caveats. There's always a, well, I survived. I just gave him my wallet. Yeah, now you got to go through the whole fucking system again. Hi, DMV, I lost my driver's license. Yeah, it was stolen. Hi, bank. Yeah, I know you're going to charge me a service fee because I lost I all that money that those folks just drained my bank account. All those people just drained my fucking bank account. I was robbed. Yeah, I know and not to mention the lesson The compliance lesson you just taught your kids. I mean, you hear about, Mama Bear. And what about Mama? What about your wife? Your wife married you because you're a man. What does it mean to be a man? It means that you protect and provide and set examples. What kind of example was that for your kids? Yeah, you want to talk about scenarios? How's that for a fucking scenario? That's where this country is going. That's where they want us to go. They want you to be in compliance. Comply. Submit. Obey. Sound familiar? Shout out to Rowdy Piper. When we have a history of defiance, we've already faced a world tyrannical regime and won. And now they're back. What are your forefathers going to say? What did they do? What did your ancestors and forefathers do at that time? They whoop that ass. They stand. They fight. And I'm not just talking about kinetic either. Non-compliance across the board. Sure, there was a lot of people that just went about the business. Fine, I'm just going to do what I want. Fuck chat for a minute. Yeah, none. Screw y'all. Welcome to Sunday Reflections. Are you? If that's your plan, that's a terrible fucking plan. Absolutely. Absolutely terrible fucking plan. And you're doing more harm than good by giving in and complying to any tyranny. You forget who you are? Fucking American. Fuck that, man. Fuck y'all. Fuck you losers. And yes, they created you. They created you. The compliant slave. The sheeple. If you're not willing to stand and fight and face tyranny, then you are the problem. Yeah. You are the fucking problem. It would be a lot easier if we all did this together. But no. Voice in the darkness over here. Voice in the wilderness. Hey. Got some tyranny over here. Can we all do that same thing we did before to get rid of this tyranny? Oh, we're not doing that? We're not doing that anymore? Oh. Y'all just gonna leave me? So I've just martyred myself, huh? I've just absolutely just fucking martyred myself. I sounded the brethren call. I sound the brethren call and nobody comes to my aid. You guys are living in hope and despair. You want to live like hunted animals? You want to live in compliance with the tyranny? Y'all don't remember what went on? How this nation was created? The circumstances of I would implore you to read history. Now, you know what? Go to Blaine. Go to Guardsman in 134 and just listen to his rants. He gets political. He gets historical. It's a beautiful history of defiance. You're just gonna give up or run. Sure. Yeah. Okay. If you want to run, run to fight another day. Yeah, of course. That's strategy and tactics. But as a way of life, it's gonna blend in, be one of the sheeple, live your life that way. You're not even going to worry about getting a gun, much less being getting a compliant gun. Hey, no, a gun is better than no gun. A knife is better than nothing. A stick is better than nothing. A weapon is better than no weapon. But you are the weapon. That's how powerful you are as a human being, as a person, as a child of God, as a member of this constitutional republic, as a sentient being on this plane of existence. Are you going to be I'm going to get a little crazy here. Are you going to be join the Universal Brotherhood? Or are you going to join the defeated bitch assnesses? The defeated bitch ass sisters? And no offense to you ladies. Y'all some badasses out there. I've been inspired more by women than I have men. I have to say, I met some badass women this weekend. I did. That was inspiring. That was definitely inspiring. Yes, I turned off chat. I can't see you. I like where I'm at right now and where I'm going, and I don't want to be inspired by another twist in the chat. So. All right, so coming back, before, after. Everyone had that je ne sais quoi defiance, right? Tyranny would never raise its ugly head. It would live under the rock that we walk upon on our streets. Where it belongs, over there somewhere. Where's tyranny? Dangerous freedom over here. I don't know. Under the rock, slid underneath there. It's been there for fucking centuries. 248 years. It's been down there. So what? 249 years later, we just allow this thing to come out from underneath the fucking rock and take over? Really? That's what we're doing now? All these voices in the darkness. Hey, can we ring the Liberty Bell again? Somebody call Paul Revere. Oh, he's gone. Who's our new Paul Revere? Who's he? Where is he at? Can we go ahead and rally the troops? Can the ladies start baking bread right now? Getting them ready to send out to the troops. Can we go ahead and punch out our feelers and our clandestine gather intel on the enemy that's invading our forces, invading our lands? No, we're not doing that. Just gonna sit there and like, oh well, live like a hunted animal. I gotta survive. Might as well fucking die. It's Cinco de Mayo too. Remember, I did say that. And you can look this quote up. It's a great quote. General Emilio Zapata. I'd rather prefer to die on my feet than live on my knees. Than to continue to live on my knees. Now the context of that is kind of weird, and I understand the concept of it. But I can't necessarily quote the details. It's been a while, but it was a corrupt um, a corrupt type of government that was taking over an area. And General Zapata himself was a type of criminal. But these things get construed as well. But he did not like the way that rich landowners were getting to call the shots in the area that he was living and working and his family were from and stuff. He's like, fuck this. Why are we allowing these douchebags to fucking control our lives? What? Because they just tell us? Oh, so what? They got some authority. They got a jet fighter. Isn't that the thing that that Potato says? You better have more than you better have more than AR-15. We got jets. Who flies those jets? Who makes those jets? We do. I can take that jet anytime I wish. It's mine. I can stop their ability to make more. Just not give them any more money. Fuck you. And what about, and I'm saying me as we the people. We are many, they are few. We do what we want, they do what they can. That's how it works. But hey, if you want to live like a hunted animal, we're gonna be standing on top of the mountainside, smoking cigars and drinking scotch, laughing at your dumbass. Stacking bodies over here. And so what if we lose? It inspires more. A lot more people get inspired. So don't you understand the flood that will happen? Someone martyrs themselves. A group martyrs themselves. And it's a righteous cause. What have that tyrannical regime done? They have just opened up a can of whoop ass. They've the exact same thing that Jesus did. Jerusalem was defeated in the iron clutches of Rome itself. Caesar had his dick right in that ass, just pumping away. Face down, ass up. That's the way the Romans like to fuck. And they fucked many a nation like that. And they were doing that shit to Jerusalem. And along came Jesus, martyred himself, inspired all his countrymen. See, you're looking at you're looking at it differently. It tells you right there in the book, in the Bible, what Jesus did. He freed his people. It took his death, but he did it. You fear death that much? You have so much self-preservation that you're not willing to do the right thing? Fuck death, man. Fuck you. I die, I die. And if it's for a righteous cause, then right on. Hell yeah. Maybe the Norse is right. And I'll be hanging out with Odin, drinking meat and shit. Skull! That was a great death you had there. Boom. Or are you just going to run? Be hunted. Lie. Cheat. Steal. Be corrupt. Bend over and take it. That's the lessons in prison. Cons know this. If Big Bubba comes in, you're new to the prison. Big Bubba just came in. Big Bubba wants your cornbread. Big Bubba wants everything. He wants your mouth. He wants your ass. He wants you to fucking clean his house, clean his. He wants you to give up commissary. He wants everything. He's willing to intimidate you for it and do vile, heinous things against you. But if you're worried about your self-preservation, your survival, and you comply with his tyranny, guess what? Everybody else around you is not going to help you. They're going to laugh at you. Matter of fact, they might even join in. More bullies are going to join in and know that, oh, well, we got us a bitch over here. Look at this motherfucker. He's giving it up. Damn. Hey, let me get your cheesecake. Let me get your broccoli. Let me get your meat. Let me get your milk. What you got on my cigarettes? Tyranny. Even criminals know this. You don't give in. You stand and fight. You want to be a bitch? Be a bitch. Go ahead. You won't be able to run. Was it the coward dies 1,000 deaths? Good luck. Have fun in your cowardly existence. Before and after. This all ties in. This all segues. Who are you? Are you Amazon? Are you Temu? Are you Netflix? Where's your money going? Your money is being gathered up under the threat of violence. There's no real violence there. It's just a threat. Is that all it takes? Please send me your name and number. I need a new car. I would never do that, but you get my point? If you give in, people see that shit. That's not something you want. Do you really want to inspire that? That type of mentality? Oh well, that's the way it is. Oh well, everybody's doing it. Everybody's fucking scared. Everybody's wrong. And I have to admit, I've done it. We all have. We've all been in compliance. You don't own your land, even if you pay it off from the banks. And whose money are you using anyway? Yeah, what game are you playing? What game are we forced to play? Well, I don't know. You want to just be left alone? Fine, go away. Go hide in the woods somewhere. You know, there's 10% of the population that they live by their own rules. They do what they want. They're not beholden to anyone. They just disappear. They just walk away from society and the world altogether. They usually get mauled by a bear or something. They're living in the wilderness, or they cut their leg with an axe because they're chopping wood and it festered up and something. They didn't have the antibiotics, nor could they, go out there because they're living in a log cabin all by themselves. Out in the middle of nowhere, chopping wood. Chops a gash in their leg, and oh shit, I forgot. I ain't got no antibiotics. I ain't got no wound care. Oh shit, I didn't learn anything about natural remedies for wound care. Oh shit, I guess I'm just gonna sit here and die. So I mean that's why we're stronger together. Yeah, we have our individualism. Yeah, we have our personal preferences. But you forget who you are. Where our strength comes from. That inner strength, that fire. What happens when everybody is on board with that? Oh! Amazing things happen. And bad things don't. That's my hope. I have to do that. I have to try. At least try. Don't try to run. You only die tired. Fine, keep running. My voice has been heard. The damage has been done. I know I inspired somebody. That's all it takes. As long as I inspire one motherfucker, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about all you doomsdayers. All you negative Nancys out there. Go fucking run. Go live in compliance. Me personally, I picked a place to live where non-compliance is a thing. I mean, you know, or am I allowed to? Ooh, am I allowed to? Is that where the indoctrination camp came in? You know, it takes years and years and years to throw off the yoke of the indoctrination camps, aka schools, campuses. And look what's happening in these campuses now. Kind of looks like the crisis, the destabilization and crisis is coming from these places, as it usually does. Was it Stalin? Well, I'm asking the question. Was it Stalin that said, "Give me one generation, I can take over a nation"? They are trying every trick in the book, and they're tricks. They're meant to trick you. They're meant to trick you into giving up and giving in and letting them in. Historically, one of the hugest, the most successful, the biggest empire in our history was the Mongolian. Yeah, I'd say that. Yeah, and the most powerful was the Mongolian Empire. Not the Romans, not the UK. Although I'd have to say the UK was pretty big. Yeah. They took over shit like small islands. You know, nations that were peaceful. Can't be peaceful all the time. Yeah, we want to live that way. That's great. Speak softly and carry a big stick. Woe to thee who fuck with me. Leave me alone as I eat my ice cream. I don't know. Whatever. But Mongolia, if they said they wanted you to do something and you didn't do it, they killed everything in that city. But Baghdad, yeah. Look at the history of Baghdad. Mongolian nation sent one of their embassies, said, "Please bow to the great Kublai Khan, I think it was. Please bow to the great Mongolian leader, or we will kill everything in this city, every living thing." And they scolded and laughed at the guy. They're like, yeah. Stupid goddamn Mongolians, always tearing down shitty wall. And so that's exactly what they did. They came back in the middle of the night, surrounded the fucking city, the city of Baghdad, and killed every living thing. Piled up the bones, the skulls, set things on fire. The birds, the carrion that landed on the dead bodies were shot. Every living thing. Not to mention the downfall of the Hashashin. But there's been a few countries, few nations that were not in compliance, and one of them was Japan. Yes, the Mongolians tried to take Japan. And Japan was like, "No. You come here, you die." The Mongolians did their whole thing. If you do not comply and recognize our Khan as the supreme world leader, then we will kill every little thing. And they tried to make good on that promise. We all know what happened. Japanese are not Mongolian. So yeah, yeah. You want to be a peaceful person? Sure, be a peaceful person. I love being peaceful. I had a very peaceful time this weekend. Well, kind of. There was a fight. I did get in a fight. Parrot Irishman. Yeah. It was a great time. It was. But you got to be dangerous, and to be dangerous, you got to be strong. Got to eat well, eat right. Got to be in shape. Got to train. You got to have a mentality. You got to have a fire. You got to have an inner strength in you to keep going. The endurance, the perseverance, the knowledge, the intelligence, the will, the intent. That was a car, not gunfire, by the way. I don't know. I don't know. Before and after. I still my thoughts still go to this place, this society that predates it predates India. It predates the time of their Bhagavad Gita and Bharata. There was a society there, and they've shown them. They said they basically it was a society, a land that everybody sat around and meditated most of their life. That's what they did. They breathed, and they all had like little pot bellies because that's how they breathed. They were so in tune, and they were so nice, and everything was peaceful, and they didn't do anything. They didn't. Most of their time, I think they spent like 1 hour of work a day. That's what they did. The rest of the time, they did what they want. And what they really wanted to do was to sit around and breathe and meditate and eat food and talk to everybody and, have children and have this amazing society. Very peaceful. No fighting. Nor was anybody training to fight. There's no need for weapons because everybody was so nice. It's just one of those places. Wow, this is a very nice place. Wow. It's great. Yeah. No fighting, no drama. Everybody on the same page. Then out of nowhere, somebody with a knife says, "Give me your shit, motherfucker. Drop it off, fool. Break yourself." We're just a peaceful... Bam! I know that. That's why I'm taking advantage of you. There's always going to be tyranny. There's always going to be evil. It takes advantage of that. Where do you think Shaolin Kung Fu came from? Yes, I know, Lord Tamo, da 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 da. But before that, the Shaolin monks of China, 1,500 years, they were peaceful monks. And they were also they were starving themselves. They were living this monastic lifestyle where all they did is be vegetarian, if that. They did a lot of fasting and sitting around in meditation and contemplation and prayer. Within their strong little fortification walls up in the mountains. But somebody that was a meat eater and a bully and had weapons came up the mountain, kicked in the door, took their shit on a regular basis. Robbed him, killed him. Complete and utter tyranny. And the monks were so weak. Peaceful, though. They were very, very peaceful. And then, I love this story. It's a great story. Out of the wilderness, Lord Tamo. The depiction of him as a red-headed, bearded, blue-eyed wild man. He said, "What the fuck are you guys doing?" He was a Buddhist monk as well. Either from Iran or India. We don't know. Why he had red hair and blue eyes, I don't know. Red beard, I don't know. But he shows up, and even the Shaolin monks, the peaceful Shaolin monks, shunned him. And so for 9 years, he sat in a cave, staring at a wall, giving, and every now and then, monks would come in from Shaolin going, "Hey, who are you? We know you're Buddhist. We know you're some kind of monk. What do you got to say?" And he had some shit to say. So okay, here's these 23 moves that if you practice these 23 moves, it will give you strength and vitality and inner strength and da 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 da. And you'll here's some things that you can learn to be to protect yourself, to make yourself strong. You guys aren't doing it right, and so that's where Shaolin Kung Fu came from. And you'll hear the rewriting of history, like, oh, they were just watching animals fight and they mimicked their movements. Okay, right. Maybe it was that monk going, look at that snake over there. He ain't taking no shit. Look at that mongoose. Look at that praying mantis. Look at the tiger. All these styles. You want to be the worm? Crawl around and poop all day? Starving to death? Not being able to fight back? But yes, the Buddhist way was, do no harm, right? Well, sometimes it's needed. Sometimes it's absolutely necessary. And will you be ready when that time comes? Will you be a pillar of power for those around you? See where I'm getting at? See where I'm going with this? That concept, that ideology, yes, it's an ideology, still persists. It's what founded this country as well. Our founding fathers were well aware of the plights and advances in freedom and the merit of freedom. Because you can't just be peaceful in a evil world. You can't be love, peace, and hair grease all the fucking time. Love is not the answer. Sometimes it's a sword.